Ooh, they don't call this the Serta Arctic for nothing. Hey y'all, Elissa here, editor of mattressclarity.com. If you're anything like me, I tend to sleep hot at night, but all I really want to do is cocoon in a giant duvet and stay there forever. But if this sounds like your conundrum, the Serta Arctic could be the mattress for you. To help you figure it out, I'm going to go over its firmness, feel, and unique features. But first, remember, you can always find more in-depth mattress information at mattressclarity.com. So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's get started. So as you may know, Serta is one of the largest mattress manufacturers in the country. And there are several different versions of the Serta Arctic to choose from. They've got the plush foam, they've also got the hybrid, and if you want to be real fancy, you can do the Serta Arctic Premier. Today though, we are looking specifically at the Serta Arctic plush foam. This one does not contain any coils, but instead has a firm base foam layer. So let's check out its construction and look at it layer by layer. So first of all, this mattress is 13.5 inches tall, a little bit taller than most of them that you'll find out there on the market. The most exciting thing, in my opinion, about this mattress, though, is definitely the cover. It is super high-tech, it helps absorb body heat and then dissipate it, and it actually feels cool to the touch. I'm not exaggerating here. When I lie down on top of it, it feels nice and crisp and cool. Underneath this cover, you'll get to the first comfort layer. This is made out of Serta's proprietary HD foam. Now this is a little bit different than traditional memory foam. It feels especially slow moving, kind of has a squishy texture to it. Kind of reminds me of angel food cake. Underneath this, you'll get to their other layers, so they start to get more dense as you work through the mattress. Most notably though, let's talk about its gel foam layer. This helps pull heat away from the body so that you sleep extra cool. Plus, all of these foam layers come together to give you that body contouring and pressure relief that you need. Now you've got the transition layer. Right at the bottom, you've got their firm foam support, and this helps you stay in a neutral alignment through the night. It really gives you that lower back support that you need, especially when you're resting on your back. And another great thing about this is that this support layer gives the mattress a long lifespan. So we expect it to at least match that 10-year warranty, if not last a little bit longer. Here at Mattress Clarity, we always pay close attention to firmness and feel. So let's first talk about its firmness level. The Serta Arctic feels slightly softer than the industry standard, coming in at a 6 out of 10. Now, for reference, a medium firm mattress is 6.5 out of 10, so you're going to sink into this a little bit more, get some extra pressure relief, which makes it especially good if you're resting on your side. And because this mattress is a little bit softer than average, it has more of a slow-moving memory foam feel. You can see as I press my hand into it, it takes a little bit of time for it to snap back into place. It's still not too difficult to move around on top of this bed though, because that has that nice firm foam support underneath it. But one really good way to demonstrate that is with this squash ball here. So watch as I drop it onto the bed. It doesn't bounce super high, which is pretty typical for all foam mattresses, but you can see it does kind of sink into it just a hair. Another important thing to look at is your sleeping position, because not every mattress is going to work for every single sleeping position. So on this bed, I felt a really great balance of comfort and support while I was resting on my back. It's a little bit softer than average, so I felt a bit more body contouring, especially under my lower back, but still very, very comfortable. When I moved on to my side, however, I felt even better. I mean, I got some really great pressure relief along my shoulders and my hips. That's exactly what you need in this sleeping position. I will say though, this bed is not really a good pick for stomach sleepers. Stomach sleepers need an especially firm mattress. Otherwise, you'll feel your hips start to sink into the top layers, which can lead to lower back pain, and nobody wants that. Here at Mattress Clarity, we like to combine subjective opinion with objective tests. And one of those tests is the pressure map. So watch closely as I rest on my back, side, and stomach. You'll see everything from blue to no pressure all the way to red for high pressure. And look especially closely as I'm resting on my side. If you see a lot of red in that area, that's a good sign that it may not be a good pick for side sleepers. Let's check it out. If you share a bed with a partner, one thing you really want to take into consideration is your mattress's motion transferabilities. So what this means is that if you're resting on one side of the mattress and then your partner comes in at the middle of the night and they switch around trying to get comfortable, are you going to feel that movement on your side of the bed? One way we test this is with a glass of water. So I'm just going to press into the bed around it. And you'll see that there's a bit of a disturbance in the glass, but mostly it's isolating motion really well. So I'm just going to go over to this side here. Similar story, bit of movement, but really not too bad. But let's test this out in real life. I'm going to get in on one side of the bed. Tanner's going to get in on the other. And as he switches sleeping positions and moves around, I really don't feel too much of that movement on my side of the bed. Pretty typical for all foam mattresses, and the Serta Arctic is no exception. Another thing you'll want to think about, especially if you share a bed with a partner, is its edge support. So what this means is that if you're sitting or lying down near the side of the bed, are you going to feel secure or are you going to feel like you might roll off? Well, in general, all foam mattresses don't have the best edge support, but this one actually isn't too bad. Yes, I do sink into that slow-moving memory foam at the top, but it's got that firm support core at the bottom. So whenever I bend down to tie my shoes, I still feel very secure. And whenever I lie down on this mattress, it's a similar story. I feel pretty secure, a little bit of dipping here and there, but overall, I'm definitely not going to roll off of this mattress. Now I'll go over some of the pros and cons of the Serta Arctic mattress, starting with the good stuff. First of all, like its name suggests, the Serta Arctic is fantastic for people who tend to sleep hot at night. It's got that high-tech cover plus the gel-infused memory foam, so you shouldn't trap heat at all. Second of all, the Serta Arctic works really well for people who are fans of a slow-moving memory foam feel. You'll feel yourself kind of gently sink into the layers and get plenty of that nice body contouring. And finally, the Serta Arctic works really well for couples who are especially concerned about motion isolation. Because this is an all-foam bed, it isolates motion really well. Moving on to the cons of the Serta Arctic mattress. First of all, this isn't going to be a great pick if you're a fan of a traditional, bouncy inner spring feel. However, if that is your jam, head over and check out the Serta Arctic Hybrid mattress. That'll be the one for you. Second of all, this is not a great pick for stomach sleepers. Like I mentioned earlier, it is a little bit on the soft side, so if this is your preferred sleeping position, you'll likely notice some lower back pain over time. And finally, the Serta Arctic may not be the best pick for you if you're on a very strict budget. This is a very luxurious, high-end mattress with some very cool cooling features inside it. So if you're a little strapped for cash, you might want to look somewhere else. If you're shopping for a new mattress, chances are you're looking at lots of different options out there. Always a good idea. So let's take a look at how the Serta Arctic compares to another popular brand, the Sealy Posturepedic. So first of all, the Sealy Posturepedic that we reviewed, which is the Patterson Hybrid, is made with coils and foam on the top. The Serta Arctic, however, is available in an all-foam version and in a hybrid version. Both of them have gel-infused memory foam, which help you stay cool at night, but I gotta give the cooling win over the Serta Arctic because this cover really feels cool to the touch and will help you stay cool throughout the night. And when it comes to firmness, the Serta Arctic is a little bit softer than the Patterson Posturepedic Hybrid. So that's something to take in consideration, especially if you're really concerned about its firmness level. And when it comes to feel, there are also some differences there. The Serta Arctic has that traditional sinking, slow-moving memory foam feel, while the Posturepedic has a little bit more of that bouncy inner spring feel. And finally, let's talk about the price differences. The Posturepedic that we reviewed is a little bit more cost efficient, but again, you can always opt to get more luxurious features, so at the end of the day, they can even out to be about the same. Before I answer some of the most frequently asked questions, I'm going to go over some additional information about the Serta Arctic mattress. First of all, they do offer free shipping and free returns. They have a 120-night sleep trial period, a 10-year warranty, plus different bedding accessories are available. All right, so now I'm going to answer some of the most frequently asked questions about the Serta Arctic mattress. First question, how much does a Serta Arctic mattress cost? Well, like I mentioned earlier, this is a little bit of a pricier mattress because you got all those fancy cooling bells and whistles involved in it. So it's definitely not for folks who are on a strict budget, but remember, you can always save a little bit of money with Mattress Clarity's coupons found in the link below. Second question, what mattresses do Hilton hotels use? You guessed it, they use Serta mattresses. And the final question, how long will a Serta Arctic mattress last? Well, it is backed by an impressive 10-year warranty, so we definitely expect it to last at least that long, but in our experience, it'll probably last you a little bit longer if you're taking really good care of it. Well, that's about it. If you need any more information about mattresses, pillows, and bedding, you know where to go, mattressclarity.com. Hey, and if you loved this video, we have tons more just like it on our YouTube channel, so make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. See ya.